Yeah. We gonna make sure sound is right. Yeah. Okay. Yow. What is going on, everybody? Woo! Hi, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Holy damn. Let's turn that sound down. Whoa. Let's get that down a little bit. That was kind of crazy. There we go. Okay. 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 Now I'm gonna go ahead and let's make sure I'm trying to get everything right. Okay. Are we good? Sounds good. All right, yo, we got one hell of an episode today. We getting deep. We got some usuals, but we getting some real to real talk to talk tonight. What is going on? 12/21/2025. You could be anywhere else in the world. You are here with your boy. Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all. I want you to burn up that damn chat because I'm about to go through the chat right now and give my shout outs. Dr. Specimen, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you, sir. You could be anywhere else in the world. You are here. Thank you, sir. Dab me up. Okay. Blizzard Fox. What's going on? You could be anywhere else in the world. Dab me up. It's good to see you. All right. Petrix. I see you. Shane. I see you. I'm seeing everybody. I'm going through the chat. Burn that damn chat up. Ender. You ain't too late, Ender. We just got it popping, bro. It ain't late. It's early. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. All right? You already know. Nick Moses 05, man. Hardware, what's going on? I see you now. We do got the Marvel, Strike Force link popping up. You might see that occasionally. Go ahead and do what you do. You can ignore it, whatever you do. But, yo, today's episode, we got a little bit of the normal, but we gonna really tap into what this channel started on. Talk about things that I never talked about. I want to go deep. A lot of people who've been here before might be familiar with a lot of things we discuss. There are people who are new to the channel. A lot of new people who have no idea where things started from. Where did Nick Moses 05 do? What did you do? Honestly, we got a lot of people. So, without further ado, with everyone tuning in right now, I want to go ahead and get the algorithm popping for you. So, let's get to the show. Now, for everyone who is regulars here, you know about the Gaming Gone Wild segment, but for those who do not, this is crimes around gaming that are covered weekly. We try to stay up to date with things around gaming, okay? A lot of crimes get covered in the news in general, but gaming crimes don't get covered with as much veracity as it needs to, all right? DJ C Money, good to see you. Chris, dap you up. Good to see you, man, all right? So, let's go ahead and get into our first story. This week, Moses Crime Weekly, aka now known as Gaming Gone Wild. We're going to talk about Tokyo Girl, who was competing as the marksman for Thailand's Women Arena of Valor team during the 33rd SEA Games, when officials and viewers noticed something was off. Despite being known as one of Thailand's strongest players, her on-stage performance against Vietnam was unusually very poor. During the live broadcast, referees observed her repeatedly switching screens. And that's an action that's explicitly prohibited during competition. She was also attempting to block view of her device. Thailand lost 0-3. Tournaments, oh man, they just, all the officials waited to the end of the tournament. They inspected her phone. And what do you know? They found, drum roll, yes, unauthorized third-party software, including Discord, logged into multiple accounts with screen sharing enabled. So she was set up to not only have someone screen share and give her recommendations, she was set up for someone to take control of her screen and even play if needed. Officials have ruled this a direct violation of the Esports Technical Manual, triggering immediate disciplinary action. All right. Now, of course, the reaction on X was brutal. Fans and players across Southeast Asia slammed the incident as a disgrace to esports, with many pointing out the irony that Thailand still lost the match despite her cheating. One post that went viral read, "Cheating and still losing on a live international broadcast is next level embarrassing." Now, I believe she was not able to cheat how she wanted to, but facing this embarrassment head on, I think it's the best thing for her. Just admit you were cheating, you were caught, you were hiding your device, you were doing all types of things, and you got caught. And it's obvious to see in the video. Now, others question how she avoided scrutiny for so long, how she was able to go through the community and even reach this point. But that's a story for another day. Right now, Tokyo Girl, she is facing a lifetime ban from her esports team and I believe esports in general. That is my understanding. Okay? So, how do I feel about it? Get her ass up out of here. I don't care about cheaters when they catch these individuals. I hope they do get banned. I am a person that believes cheating should not be allowed in any of our good multiplayer games. All right? That's all we got. Especially as old guys, we want to kick some folks' ass, and we want it to be shown we hate cheaters. All right? So, yeah, nonetheless, she's caught, banned, and done for. All right? Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Now, Tokyo Girl, I just want to say this before we move on. Tokyo Girl, I don't do these segments to kind of trash you. I really would hope that you did not have your entire career to get you up to this point cheating. I find that happening way too often, and people reach this point where they get to a live event where you're not able to hide the things that you can hide behind your normal computer. Now you have actual referees and officials who are watching what you're doing. And I think they did a great job in this case, and they were able to catch her. Beautiful. Beautiful job. All right. Now, Blizzard Fox, I agree. I think that's the biggest point. There are a lot of individuals on this team who worked their ass off to get to this point. And what do you know? She comes in and ruins it just like that. Damn. Now the team is going to be scrutinized for cheating. Who else on your team is cheating? Oh, you guys lost and you still cheat. It's going to be a lot of different things. But, Tokyo Girl, I really don't feel any pity for you. I think you deserve what's coming. But I think you need to face it head on. That is the most important thing. All right? Now, a cheating allowed competition would be kind of fun. I'm going to be honest. We think that, Ender, and then when we see it and it's over in like 30 seconds, some guy does the kill all cheat. Oh, God. We're like, oh. You know, the cheats got to be within limits, right? Like unlimited ammo for everyone. Like, we got to have limited cheats. But they need to do something. Put them in their own lobby. But this happened live, and that's a shame. Tokyo Girl, salute. Let's move on to the next one. Now, this one right here happened on the morning of December 12th, 2025. A six-wheeler delivery truck operated by MBTA Resources, Inc. was en route, and you see those individuals on screen, to drop off electronic goods to forwarding companies across Manila. And what do you know? The cargo included, and quote, JBL speakers, computer parts, lots of them, accessories, and all of them were valued at approximately $1.9 million. During Christmas season, if a lot of people don't get things, you know why. At around 9:45 a.m., the driver helped make a brief stop at a roadside eatery along Betty Go Belmonte Street in Quezon City. That's when 9 armed suspects moved in. Police say the group forcibly took control of the truck, locked both victims inside the cargo compartment, and drove off with the vehicle and its contents. The suspects transported the truck toward, I hope I get this right, Bulacan, eventually stopping at a vacant lot in Pandy, where the victims were released without harm. The stolen cargo, however, kept moving, and investigators later confirmed the goods were transferred to another six-wheeler truck and transported back towards Metro Manila via NLX. So, yeah, I guess you guys, there's more details. They have a lot of individuals, they do believe, but a lot of these things are still out there. This is a coordinated effort. They do have the individuals. There was a confession that led to an arrest, but there are a lot of things still at play with this case. And it's going to be a money trail for a long time. But if people do not realize where their gaming accessories or computer accessories went, you can probably thank these guys, because a $1.9 million haul is a big haul. And 9 armed suspects is something you're not going to be able to beat. I don't care. It was orchestrated. They got it. But hopefully authorities catch up to them. We'll probably hear more details on this later. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, this is funny, okay? Because this came across my desk. I had no idea about this, but it seems to be common nowadays. The controversy began after a 19-minute video began circulating across social media platforms with users falsely claiming the woman depicted as Payal, and I'm not sure to pronounce this. Is it Dayar? Dare? How do you pronounce that? Can someone help me there? But Payal. Despite zero evidence, the clip spread rapidly, amplified by speculation, trolling, and engagement-driven accounts. Now, Payal publicly denied any connection to the video and stated clearly the footage was not her and had no link to her life and was digitally manipulated. She later filed a formal complaint with the cyber police in her local area, citing severe emotional distress, reputational damage, and mental trauma. After reviewing the video using advanced forensic tools, authorities claim the clip was indeed an AI-generated deepfake created by tampering with and modifying original footage of her. This is not the first or last time we'll hear from this. Now, everybody across social media was torn. A lot of people was trashing her. Some people still believe in it, and this is actually detrimental to her life. I am a person that I have dabbled in AI videos. You can now make AI videos of me if you want to on Sora. Just hit at NickMoses05 and you can put whatever story and make a video of me now, right? You can just go on Sora right now and make a video of me at NickMoses05. I'm going to say this. This is sick and disgusting on so many broken levels. It's ridiculous. The fact that we're going to see more and more of this, and it's going to be even easier. It's scary. And we should be able to get better at detecting deepfakes. So the fact that people believe it automatically shows that as the human race, we ain't moving fast enough, bro. We need to move faster to be able to detect. And I see a lot of us be like, up AI, as soon as it cuts on. Hear somebody talking, they turn like, I want to go to the up AI. We know right away. But to have her go through this and so many people fall for it, I'm not going to go into what the content was about. I'm going to leave that alone. But nonetheless, I wish the best for you. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, I did want to get to the chat because I missed the chat on some other things. But yes, criminals are evolving. On the previous case there, Blizzard Fox, I will agree. They know how much is worth in these trucks now, man. It's so much digital data going by. They just, man, it's all over, right? So they just know, and it's a shame. They are evolving, though. I will agree. Yeah, and the courts, I don't know how the courts are handling deepfakes currently. I do see some current cases out there, but it needs to be taken serious right away. Like, I don't think this is no bullshit. You don't need to play with this shit. You need to get straight in and take this shit head on, kill it off. That is my guess right now. Now, I have plenty of deepfakes. I'm sure I got plenty of deepfakes out there. Dr. Specimen. I'm sure I do. Even with the alien fingers, people was thinking those AI content was genuine. And fingers and hands are so hard to replicate because we have so many different parts moving inside of our hands that they can't get it right a lot of the times. All right? So, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, woo! Okay. We are getting into something hot and heavy. All right. In the early mornings around 3 a.m., surveillance cameras captured two burglars breaking into VFW Post 76, which is the oldest Veterans of Foreign Wars post in Texas. Okay? It's located in the historic Petty House downtown. Now, the suspects entered through a side door that is rarely used and moved directly into the game room and went straight for a V-Sweeps electronic gaming dispersing machine. They were already key to what they needed. Within seconds, the burglars pried open the machine and removed 3 cash canisters containing several $1,000 before fleeing the building in a dark-colored vehicle. Officials believe a third person may have been involved as a lookout or getaway driver. And according to the post commander, Monica Morris, shout out to Monica, the machine wasn't just a recreation, it was a major funding source for the veteran service dog programs, emergency relief efforts, and daily operating costs for the post. This is a shame. This is just stealing money from a bunch of veterans that need it. Okay? I want people to know this is very common. We have covered week after week crimes around these electronic gaming machines. As long as gambling is popular, you will see people robbing and stealing from these gaming machines. Anytime the establishment is closed, there is nobody there. It is a very easy target. They know where to go. Sometimes they get in good. There's inside jobs. You have to watch out for employees that you hire telling other people. It is something that makes a lot of people, tell the community we need to get rid of gambling altogether in their neighborhoods. I don't know how you people feel about that. I think these gaming machines are what they are. I think gambling is what it is. And I think I do think keep it away from kids. I agree for that. But gambling has been a part of the culture for so long. But they figured out how to gamble on everything. And now you got criminals stealing veterans' money. The VFW Post 76 now faces the cost of replacing those machines, repairing the door, upgrading their security, money that was originally earmarked for building renovations and veteran programs, all have to be replaced thanks to these people taking these machines. And by the way, the one guy was trifling because he stood back and actually just said, "Yeah, can I go ahead and get that again? Can I please get that one more time?" Like, am I tripping? Did the other guy just stand back? I have to say, he just kind of came in there, and I'm gonna say that's pretty weak of you to walk in there, come in there, and just kind of stand back and let your man do everything. I don't like that. I think that's dirty work. He jumped in there like he pulled something open. Well, he actually did. Your man was kind of tripping. I ain't gonna hate on him. But still, nonetheless, if you guys have any idea, you need to go ahead and contact VFW Post 76, man. Give some ideas on who these guys were. They ran in and out in less than 20 seconds. And that, everybody, is gaming gone wild. Y'all, we got to move on. We're going to get to the next topic. Y'all, shit's about to get real. I want to talk about things that I haven't talked about before, right? First of all, got to pop open a cold one. Think it's only right. Now, I can't bring it on stream, right? Even though it is green, it might actually work, but, we're going to pop open a cold one. Okay, take a little sip. Because this one right here is about to go down. Actually, depends on how you look at it. A lot of times I don't talk about where the channel started or who I am, where I came from, a lot of other things. I want to focus on Gary Bowser for a moment. A lot of people don't know who he is who is new to the channel. If you don't know who Gary Bowser is, just say you don't know. If you know who he is, say you know who he is. But when I actually started this whole YouTube journey, I didn't know nothing about Gary Bowser. I didn't know nothing about, much on YouTube. Man, I started making videos because I wanted my customers to leave me the hell alone. Like, stop asking me questions. Okay? Be honest. But Gary Bowser, before I knew who the dude was, I thought he was some mysterious figure who was the big mafia boss, a team executor. And I was a little kid. I ain't gonna say a kid. I ain't gonna lie. But when I was a kid, I was modding early on and I grew up. So when I got old, I was still into modding. My fault. It's the little kid in me, right? So when Nintendo Switch Team Executor SXOS came out, yes, I was part of Team Executor during the whole Xbox scene, but my channel mainly grew over the Nintendo Switch modding community. And SXOS released, and I won't forget. I won't forget, y'all. For those who do not know what SXOS is, it is custom firmware for the Nintendo Switch. It was some of the best custom firmware, if you ask me. Now, of course, Atmosphere runs rampant, but nonetheless, we're not going to go on this tangent. I want to stay focused. I didn't really know much about Gary, so when the Nintendo Switch SXOS was talked about, I sent a message to Team Executor myself. I said, I be making videos and I got some pretty decent videos. Can I beta test SXOS? Hashtag you, Gary. No, I ain't say that, but I figured Gary was one of the individuals behind everything, and I knew a little bit about Gary. All right, a little bit. Not much at that time, but digging into the Nintendo scene and started digging back through the Xbox scene, I said, things started connecting. Okay? So, nonetheless, of course I got dubbed, right? They didn't message shit. I think I got dubbed. Nonetheless, Team Executor dubbed me, all right? Just for all those who know, I got dubbed, all right? So, nonetheless, time goes by. I do it again. Hey, man, come on, man, please. Let me try to. Let me beta test your joint, man. But at this time, SXOS has been out. I've been testing. I've been doing videos. So I've already showed and proved. Team Executor said yes. And I was part of a special beta testing group. Now, for those who do not know what this beta testing group was for, it is for, and now you see many different mod chips right now. But this was for one of the original, if not, I think it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, the first mod chip for the Nintendo Switch. Revolutionary. Nobody believed it was real. Nobody thought it was going to work. And I was beta testing. SX Core, SX Lite. Thank you, gentlemen. Blizzard Fox Test Specimen. Thank you. These two mod chips, I was able to test. I made videos. I actually put up videos for. Now, nonetheless, we're not going to talk about what Nintendo did to me and gave me a kick in the ass and took my video down. But nonetheless, those videos and that beta testing cycle gained me respect within the Switch modding community. I had insight for the first time. It was amazing. I was able to come with information first before everybody else. Something I didn't know how important it was to be able to show and share evidence to everybody else or something before it was released. I thought it was just something, hey, yeah, look at this. But when you look back in retrospect and see how much it meant, that's why I take it more important today. Okay? But this is why I'm talking about Gary specifically, because this is how things started. Okay? I want to paint a picture for you. I wasn't chasing no fame, just so you know. I wasn't on YouTube like, oh my goodness, I gotta have 1 million views. I was a dude that was modding systems on the side, putting up Craigslist ads or whatever, and was hustling. Just to tell you how much I was hustling, I was standing on the side of a GameStop. And when somebody would walk up, I would be like, hey, yo, man, I can hook you up, man. I can mod your 360. You ain't gotta pay $60 for a new game. I'll hook you up right now and give you the game. You know what I'm saying? $60. I was hustling. I didn't care about YouTube. Be for real. Paid my rent. All right. But I switched over to Nintendo Switch, and from that moment, I decided to kind of put forward a lot of Nintendo Switch effort, a lot of things towards that. And I want to get back to Gary. Okay. There was a point that we actually covered Gary getting arrested. He was extradited from Dominican Republic, and we actually talked about that case, which is still on justice.gov, I believe. And I think that was 2015. I'm not sure. It's getting a long time ago. But that case was up. You can still find that information, and they actually extradited Gary. He was arrested, and Max Yan and Chen, it was a lot of other moving parts then. But I remember coming here in front of that same Nintendo Switch modding community. We had the podcast going, and I covered that for everyone here. Just so you know, I covered that. And I remember coming on. It was nasty work. I don't even want to recap too much, but just to kind of paint it for you, I came on the first day, and I was like, aha, that's why y'all got caught. And then I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I came back. Actually, it was my wife to check me, right? Came back the next episode. I apologize. The way I came at it was wrong. And that got me thinking really about the individuals involved. That was Gary. So, I covered the arrest. We all had a laugh. But one day out of nowhere, I don't know what it was, if y'all ask me. And look, just so y'all know, I got titles here to cover because it's so much to go through. But I'm going to go through this quickly, and we got a lot to talk about. And everybody here chime in if you can. But I actually woke up one day, and if you want to know how I got my big break for my channel, and I believe the biggest thing for my channel, which is why I have to thank Gary right now. And I'm doing it right now, so thank you, Gary. I'll send this to you if anybody wants to send it to him. Thank you. But I woke up one day, and I decided to write Gary a letter in jail. And I know a lot of people might think that's not a thing. Like, anybody would think you write a letter in jail, right? I don't know why I thought to write Gary a letter in jail. Just so y'all know, I have never wrote anybody a letter in jail ever. That's real talk. I put it on my life. I never wrote anybody in jail. I visited people in jail, but I've never wrote anybody a letter in jail in my life. There's only one man I wrote a letter to. His name is Gary Bowser. Now, I had to dig up his information. I had to look up his information. All this information was publicly available to me, but it was not just out there. I had to do some work. When I wrote that letter to Gary, I didn't think Gary was going to write back. I wasn't expecting no response. I thought Gary had an entire mafia behind him, bro. He just got captured and arrested as one of the alleged leaders of Team Executor. You see what I'm saying? Why would I think he gonna respond to me? He's a made man. What do you know? I got a letter back in the mail. Now I'm gonna tell y'all how spooked I was. Before I even wrote Gary, being that I knew he was a alleged, because I'm gonna say alleged now because I know the man, right? He was an alleged leader of Team Executor, is because I thought he might come after me. I got a P.O. box before I wrote him. I took all the steps necessary to say, hey, man, this man ain't going to get back to me. Okay? He wrote a letter back, And I remember going to the P.O. box and grabbing that letter, opening it up. And I couldn't believe that Gary not only wrote back, which I still have the letter. I'm not going to even show the letter. I feel like a lot of things are personal, especially when we writing things between each other. There's a lot of text messages between me and Gary. I've never shared a lot of video chats with Gary. I've never shared. And I still will never do that. Right? But the man took the time to write one hell of a letter, bro. This is a man who was, mark my words, the talk of the town. He was on IGN. He was on all the big articles for being the alleged leader. People went back in his history. I think MVG did a video on him. This was the man. Everybody talked about him, but I was the only one speaking to him in jail. I didn't believe him. I thought he was lying, right? But he did tell me there was one other podcaster who I still don't know it was, but there was somebody else who wrote him. Okay? So I then did not think how important that conversation was. I thought it was just me building more, let's say, more connection to the Switch, homebrew, and modding community. Because that's really, when I first messaged Gary, that's really what it was about. I really didn't care for me. I was like, yo, how can I get some more information? How can I get more inside information? How can I be of assistance in this situation? Versus everybody else just covering the articles. So, I want people to know that I provided something different in journalism that there were many people who couldn't provide. There were actual reporters who could not get the same damn shit that I got. Reporters, bro. People who went to college for it. Think about that. They went to college for it. I was then reporting something that I had no idea what it was. Now, lo and behold, I did not know what happened until it happened. So, that moment was one interview I did with Gary. And some people might know it. It's a very viral interview right now. Right? And let me say, I at Gary on Twitter. Yo, appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thank you for adding Gary, man. I think a lot of people who know Gary or seeing Gary need to know this. All right? There was one interview I did with Gary. And I asked him, and believe me, there's many interviews I've done. I asked a lot of questions. And it seemed like people don't care about a lot of shit except the drama. I didn't want to ask Gary about the drama. I didn't want to be messy, but there were certain things I had to ask. So I asked him, how much did he owe altogether? Right? Lo and behold, Gary said how much he owed. He owed not only to the United States government, but also what he owed to Nintendo. Okay? I did not know that information was not known to everybody. I did not know that the journalism that I was providing, I had no idea that I was releasing some new information. Do you know, lo and behold, this is an actual true story. I'm gonna tell you how it hit me, and for those who are growing or in the business of streaming, or you want to get content, or you put up a video, or you want to just know how unreal shit feel when people tell you shit feel unreal, right? I was driving home from basketball, man. Everybody know I be hooping folks out. I cross them up, but then nonetheless, driving home for basketball, I had my boy call me. Shout out O'Keefe. I ain't gonna say much more, but shout out O'Keefe. O'Keefe called me, was like, dude, you know you on an article on IGN? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Right? Damn, I don't know. He sent me an article. I'm like, I'm gonna look at it when I get home. So I click on it, and I see the picture of me, and then I see the picture of Gary. What the hell? I then start getting people from all over say, yo, I see you on Yahoo Finance. Yo, this YouTuber's covering your story. Yo, this and that. All types of stuff is going on. It's a huge impact to my channel. Moist Critical even covered it, by the way, which I had a whole rant about that. But Moist Critical, he gets covered. Everything he talks about gets covered. Moist Critical talked about it, bro. I literally did an interview that hit all major publications. Now, it's not just me. I have to thank everybody here who was for the journey, with the journey, who helped me through the journey, along the journey, and still here. A lot of you, right? I could not believe what that did for me. Now, I could go on a tangent and say everybody who did not give me respect, who did not shout out Nick Moses '05 Gaming Podcast, I'm actually going to tell you a lot of that I learned. I should have packaged it up right. I didn't know the importance of the interview. Now, when I do a lot of things, I do them with a lot more purpose. As you see the content, as you see the artwork, as you see the different things, I spend a lot of time on the program. It's because my content was taken, damn it. You know what I'm saying? If you have your content taken as a small time creator and you understand like it's taken and it helps you, but at the same time, you could have packaged it better and benefited better from that. So it was a learning lesson. But at the same time, it helped me grow. It made me Nick Moses '05, who y'all know today. When I do podcasts all over, when I do any journalism work, when I ask to go to con, any con, it can be a video game con, it can be a comic con, it can be anything. I can explain to them I cover news. I've been doing it. And I get invited. I've never been denied, to be honest. I do great work. But I gotta say, that experience was created by Gary Bowser. Gary, I want to thank you. Right now, Gary Bowser is very hard into Texas Instruments. If you guys see anything, Gary Bowser's on X. I want you guys to give a shout out. I want you to follow Gary. He spoke to me about things he was going to do in the Texas Instruments world before he even got out, and he's doing it now. My dog, dap me up, hairy knuckles and all. Okay. Now, and that's it for Gary. I ain't gonna go too much in it, but I'm gonna go more into modding and other things. But still, I had to take that moment to give the big shout out to Gary. Why the experience has changed me, right? It's made me different. It's grown the channel to what it is right now. And I didn't even talk about Max. Okay. Everybody know Max was the other alleged leader. Called him, Max my dog. I still talk to Max. Max is like an OG to me. I don't care what anybody got to say about Max. Max has gave me information when nobody had to. Max has always gave me good information. Matter of fact, Max has never gave me bad information. And for those who do not know, I've talked to everyone on the phone. Yes, I've talked to Gary so many times on the phone. I've talked to Max multiple times on the phone. Y'all talk about Unlock Switch. I spoke to Unlock Switch on the phone. Okay? I spoke to everybody. I had an interview with Mr. Mario. I get around. I can really talk about who I be talking to. But the thing is, it's not about who I'm talking to. It's about the actions I'm doing and the messages I'm relaying. So, Gary, big shout out to you. By the way, Max be watching these replays too, y'all, for those who don't know. Max be watching these, all right? So when I said Max, he might come back and watch. You at Gary too? I guarantee Max. So dap me up. Max, hairy knuckles and all, he's balling, yo. He's living his best life. Let's go ahead and move on to the next subject. Like I said, we got a hell of a show. I got to move through the subjects, man. All right, this one is kind of blurry, y'all. Y'all see that Nintendo Switch modding and homebrew scene behind me? All right, I'm gonna tell y'all something that this is something else, and I ain't gonna go too much in the soapbox. So I want to move on to the next topic because we got one. Oh my goodness, we got so much ish to talk about. But I wanted to tell y'all when I did this channel and did videos, it wasn't gonna be enough, right? I'm always a person that want to make a difference. I'm a person that hate to see bullies pick on people, right? There was a point in my channel, and I want to cover that because it's something I thought about doing again, and I've always wanted to ask people how do they feel about it, but there was a huge point where we covered a lot of things in different Facebook groups and the modding community involved to installations or setups of mods for the Nintendo Switch. There was a lot of individuals who gave me a lot of great information. Shout out MGR. All right. Shout out Magnus. Shout out Dr. Specimen. Shout out Blizzard Fox. There's a couple people here. A lot of other people who were very involved. Shout out Joe. I don't know what Joe's at, but shout out a lot of people who were very involved in the Switch scene who a lot of times we just talk different things with installations. It was very important. When I started thinking back And it's coming to the end of the year, so I started thinking back and I thought, who else has ever did that? Has it ever been done? Do we have anybody to protect people when they send they switch off? No, we don't. There are groups out there. I do want to shout out Facebook groups. The one behind me is one, but there are a lot of Facebook groups who have trusted installers and people you can go to. But I want to say this. I want to go ahead and get back to digging into the Facebook groups, finding out what's going on, because from what I've been hearing, there's been a lot of people who have been facing horror stories and having their money taken. And there's installers who are getting over on people. And it's a shame. I haven't covered it. This was a thing that I actually brought people back money. And a lot of people remember the JJ situation. I ain't going to go too deep into the JJ situation, but I'm going to say this. For those who do remember JJ, he was an individual who was modding Nintendo Switch consoles, and he was modding them. He was great. Oh, JJ, praise JJ. He modded every Nintendo Switch with such precision. Oh my goodness, it was perfect. Never had a problem. And then all of a sudden, a update came out, and JJ wasn't so good. JJ had to do a new installation point. I'm not sure if it was the CLK, right? I'm not too familiar with the point. It's been a long time since I've been installing mod chips, but I can tell you, JJ wasn't good at it. Not only were there friends of mine who came to me and told me JJ was doing bad, I had people inside of Facebook groups who were coming to me talking about how bad he was doing. It was terrible. A lot of people lost money. JJ, and there you go. It was. You are correct. It was at that point. You are correct. That's exactly what it was. Exactly. A lot of people was losing money. There were people sending their console to JJ, not getting it back. And for those who do not know, we had a whole, I want to say, month-long journey with JJ. All right, I damn near could roll it back. It's about 20 hours. Right? Of straight men. JJ came up. He defended himself. He talked to other people. We got people coming on. I had one dude that I'm still cool with. Shout out Brian. You know what I'm saying? I still be talking to him. I had another dude come on with his wife. His wife was trashing JJ in the chat. They felt like dirty late night Facebook chats. But lo and behold, JJ returned everybody's money. JJ came on and defended himself. JJ was responsible and held responsible in front of Front Street. So bad so that I lost my friendship, if you want to call it a friendship. I don't know, But he my dog. Dab me up, JJ. With JJ. JJ wouldn't write me back. He never said anything mean to me. He never crossed me. So I consider our relationship still good. But I do remember the people who were mad at JJ and the things they wanted to do to JJ. I remember hearing JJ, I'll come to your house. I got your address. Remember that? I remember hearing people say that. I remember hearing people say, I'm just going to go to PayPal and reverse the funds. JJ was in a wreck. People were talking about his kids, his wife. It was a lot. They were putting up his actual installs online. It was a lot going on, bro. And in the chat, you can see, as a lot of individuals there were part of it. They seen it. These installs were crazy. But nowadays, there is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go if somebody does your install wrong. And especially because it's a gray area, right? It's almost like if you went to cop a nickel bag of funk and the guy didn't come out with your nickel bag of funk. You can't go to the police, right? Because the police know that's a nickel bag of funk. So it's a big gray area. But public perception is everything to people. So by using my platform to bring JJ to the forefront, he has a family on Facebook. He has friends. He has you gotta answer for the things that you do. And I think that is something I don't see. I don't know who does that. I don't know if it's ever been done. Should we get back to that? I see the horror stories, y'all. I see them all the time. I guarantee you, I could probably do a Google search and find a post right now in a Facebook group of a bad install. Somebody tried to do it. Now, if you try to do it yourself, understandable. You had a sucky install. We all have it. Okay? But if you know good and well you sending it to somebody who was charging you $20 to install it and not charging you for the chip, bro. Shout out those tuning in. MGR, I see you. Shout out MGR, who was there during the time. Yo, Phoenix, what's going on? Good to see you. I want to get back to that. I want to talk about these situations. I want to ask this. Should I get back to that? It was grimy. I lost friends, y'all. I lost friends when I was doing that. There were certain groups that, I'm not going to lie, pull me in right away because they love that work, right? They want to weave out the bullshitters. But there were certain people who were my friends who was dibbling dabbling, right? There were pricing wars, right? Different people. Hey, there was some undercutting going on. It's all good. Hey, I hustle. I understand. Hey, man, he charged you $150. Let me do it for $100. Right? It's a lot of dirty business going on Facebook. You see it on Facebook Marketplace, the thefts going on. There's been a lot. Now I do want to get to the chat real fast. MGR. This past month and a half with repairs, I could show you the craziest shit stores have done to customers and said not their problem. And I was able to fix it. Insanity. I want to leave that up there a moment. Some people don't know, MGR has been a long, faithful person of this channel. And it's somebody I trust. Somebody I've actually sent my Nintendo Switch 2 to get repaired and repaired it. Sent it back. Working and everything. Couldn't believe it because I screwed it up. The fact that stores are doing this doesn't surprise me. That's kind of why I want to get back into this shit. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, the problem with any work in terms of repairs or modding, there's nothing a customer can do against stores or people that screw things up. This is why reviews and all reviews legitimate are all that are important. You know what, MGR? I will say this. Reviews are now even becoming screwed, man. Be honest. You know how you can do a reviews. You can just put up a bunch of fake ones. You do have to have the 1 stars. You do got to have the pictures. You do got to have the work. But nowadays, there's cancel culture. You don't even know who to believe. It's so much. It's a dirty world, man. That's why you need to put folks. It's all about public perception, bro. You got to put folks' lives out there. I'm done with it. That's where I'm thinking about getting back to it. I'm just done. Hey, if I lose a couple friends, hey, so be it. But at least I'm saving a larger part of the community because that's what was happening. It was a lot of danger in sending your Nintendo Switch off, paying $200, including sending your hardware. I'm sorry. I'm very weary. Now, MGR trusted. You see how easy that was. Sent. But there are a lot of people I don't trust. I'm not a trustworthy guy. Be honest. Don't trust a lot of people. But in this community, Switch modding community, I don't know about others, you kind of got to lean on one another too. That's what's weird about it. You got to lean on one another. You have to help one another. And you actually have to weave out the bullshit. But what's weird is we're all in the bullshit. I'm just saying. Can you dig it, sucker? Now, of course, for all those who do not know, and shout out, I see a couple others. Shout out Magnus too. Yeah, definitely shout out Magnus, man. Magnus been in the game a minute. Marcus, what's going on? MGR's here. All right. Shout out Marcus. What's going on, Marcus? Good to see you. A lot of people do not know, man. Back in those days, I don't know if it's still happening. I'm sure it is. That's why I'm gonna dig into it. But if you sent images of your installs to somebody, they stole your image. They put up listings, say they can install, and they would send someone that image. And then they would take the money and the Nintendo Switch. It's a dirty world, and like my man MGR said, there's really no real policing behind it. I do suggest something like PayPal and getting all the terms agreed on. So before you do anything, we get that straight. All right. Shout out everybody who was there through all that. Okay. I see my man Joe. Shout out Joe. All right. Joe was definitely there through a lot of that. I remember seeing Joe popping in on the streams too. Okay. But I'm thinking about getting back to that and diving into the Facebook groups. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should just? I'm scared of losing a couple. Hey, JJ, I consider an associate friend, a little friend. Can I get a little friend? He was like a little friend. He was cool, man. He told me about his life. He was working a job as a repair tech. He ain't working there no more. He lost a job before that, but he was working as a repair tech. Hey, man, I just talked with him. I'm trying to help the man. He was going through a lot. Okay, cool dude though. But I feel like we're missing accountability. I'm gonna be honest. We missing accountability like hell. I don't think nobody's doing streams like that. Now I want to get to the chat. I want to make sure I miss a lot of them. The bad ones are obviously the $80 ones. There's a reason people come and pay double to me. Okay, he's educating. So if you paying $80 for an install, that's including the mod chip. Okay, dude, I got you. Hey, $80. That's with the mod chip. Woo! You need to check. You need to check. Okay. Who else? I get it. My reviews are all 100% legit. If people want to say mine are fake, I really don't care. There you go. All right. That's how you stand by it. Stand by it. Okay. The modding and repair community are incredibly toxic. Now, this is a comment we need to go ahead and definitely break down. The modding and repair community are incredibly toxic. There's a very positive side, though. The positive side is where people help each other and are trustworthy. Let's talk about that. I agree. Very toxic. I got my ass booted up out of GBA Temp. And I ain't gonna lie, GBA Temp, respectfully, I deserved it. When I was hanging with Alchemy Gaming, and shout out Alchemy Gaming, you know what I mean? I forgot who else. It was Wii U Gold. They said, hey, we got SX Retro. This was when I was on my fanboy days with Nintendo Switch, right? And all the SXOS stuff. I jumped in. Yo, they roasted me so bad off GBA Temp. They took my post down. I ain't never had a post taken down. Bloop, post was gone. I said, damn, I was getting a little views. And that's when I was thirsty at the time, right? Because I thought I had some. I thought I was in. Respectfully, I deserve to be roasted. All right. Joe, go ahead, do your thing. You at the restaurant. When you come back, it's all good. Okay. Now, I don't want to hold up. I don't want to miss. I'm going through. All right. Should I start doing installs? Dr. Specimen. Yo, Dr. Specimen. Bro, why not? If you do installs, though, make sure you do all the fine tape. Put in the thing, hey, I am not responsible for yada, 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 yada. I'm only doing the install of yada, 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 yada. There you go. All right. Didn't JJ go scam people on Cash App or something afterwards? Yo, no lie. JJ did change his name and went on to scam people outside of PayPal. He was doing it. That is a fact. Okay. So if y'all see somebody, he changed his name a little bit too. All right. So he said, nah, I'm talking about HDMI ports on PS5. Yo, the HDMI ports, man, everybody tripping over their system, man. That's all it is. System fall, tripping over system fall. That should be the number one fix. I don't know why the companies are not doing it their damn selves and taking all the money. Like, that should be number one. Now, Blizzard Fox will gladly pay more money for quality installs. Had an OLED done by Statics. Shout out Statics. Dap me up, Harry Knuckles and all. Haven't had any problems related to that variant. Shout out. And I heard people say Statics do good work. I've heard some people actually, you know how you get the, but I've had people trash me too. Right? I don't know about what, but I'm sure they're out there. Okay. Yeah, now let's go ahead. I want to move on to the next one because I do got the next part, and I told you, we got a lot of hefty shit to talk about. As you've seen, we've seen this movie before. It's a hot show today. I told you, okay? We're going to go ahead and move on. Hopefully we got this right. Okay, but our last words before we move on. Shout out to everybody in the Switch Homie community. We're going to continue to make content. My goal, what I want to get back into is making Switch homebrew videos. Not focusing on playing the games, but more focusing on the homebrew content itself, the software that's made for it. Stuff allow you to, read your text in the background or play your music, different things. Want to get more into that. So shout out to y'all. All right, let's go ahead. Now, the HDMI people here are charging $80 Canadian bucks. I do 160, 170, depending on how I feel. 1 hour turnaround. Did 6 yesterday, back to back. Damn. Woo, that's some money. Back to back? They must not be that hard to take off. Well, after you do so many, I'm sure you probably got it. But shout out to MGR, man. Keep guapping. Keep guapping. I ain't hating. Let's go ahead and move on. That was my bad. I'm supposed to move on. Y'all, you right, Blizzard Fox. It's time with the food. This is the segment that everybody knows, everybody loves. We always talk about shit that gets us the munchies that we eat, that we love. And I'm telling you, my left-hand cigarette be having me like, ooh. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this is Dude, I Got the Munchies. A segment where we cover the latest and greatest stuff in food. It can be fast food. It can be the grocery store. It don't matter. I want to shiver me timbers in your damn tummy. Okay? So without further ado, let's get to it. Now, y'all gonna see the story up. Hold on. I gotta put it up first. Hold on. There we go. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Now, McDonald's is absolutely tripping, y'all. But I'm loving every single damn minute of it. Okay, I can't even damn talk. Look at that. I got me tripping. Hold on, I gotta take a sip. McDonald's, you wildin' with this one. Hold on. I had to pull the Heineken out. Oh, no. Look at that. McDonald's in France just lost a lot, but they gained something that you never would think of. In France, they just launched a double XL cheddar cup that you see right now, and you can dip your burger, fries, anything in it right there. Yes, it is a double XL cheddar cup. Y'all, first of all, you need cheddar cups everywhere. The fact that France got the cheddar cup and we ain't got it in the States, I'm kind of mad. But nonetheless, this is a giant cup of melted cheese, and it's actually meant for dipping those burgers, fries, and chicken sandwiches straight into it. It's going to be part of their crazy cheddar menu that also includes extra cheesy burgers, jalapeno bacon options, shake your own cheese fries. Oh my goodness, shake your own cheese fries, y'all. And I'm gonna be honest, it's just over with. McDonald's, you won, okay? But we not done. McDonald's, on top of that, has been testing their double XL fries in place in Malaysia and Thailand, and it makes their super size look small. If you haven't seen it, it's like 2 super sizes back to back. Y'all know they fries. I can get just say fries and eat them. Okay, that's just me. I don't know about y'all. If they ain't salted, they nasty. I'm gonna be honest. But if you get some good salted, fresh McDonald's fries, I'll take a double XL. Okay? But let's focus on the United States. All right, we're giving y'all too many props. Malaysia, Thailand, France? Come on. Here in the U.S., they're quietly, okay? They're testing multiple new McCrispy strip flavors, bone-in wings, Big Mac sauce dipping cups. They got a lot of different things. The International McDonald's is going to be having a lot of this early here in Chicago. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. My bad. All right. Appreciate it. Gary saw the tweet. Good. I hope you go back and watch it. But y'all, I'm not going to lie. McDonald's, you made me hungry as hell. I want a cheddar cup. And Culver's is a good place for those little cups of cheese. Oh, man, you could just dip it right in the cheese. Oh, every place needs a cheddar cheese cup. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right. Now, this is kind of crazy. And it actually, I don't even. Okay, here we go. I was about to say, I don't even have this in front of me, but I do. Bush Beans might have probably the best promotion of the week. Boca Raton Bowl, okay? You're going to see the first 2,000 fans that get into the game by trading 1 can of Bush Beans for a ticket. Yes, this is happening at the Boca Raton Bowl. We got to give a clap up for that, okay? So if you're going to the Boca Raton Bowl, just be one of the first 2,000 fans to come in with that 1 can of Bush Beans, and you're going to get in free, okay? The cans will then be donated to local families in need, and the stadium is now leaning fully into the theme with oversized bean props. They're going to have halftime visuals. They're going to have Keegan-Michael Key. He's going to be involved. It's going to be a big thing around beans. There was going to be stanky asses, but delicious tasting beans. You're probably gonna have baked beans and all types of stuff being served. I love beans. I don't know about y'all. I'm a bean eating ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boca Raton Bowl, if you're in the area, just make sure to bring your can of bush beans. I think this is the best promotion of the week. Best one of the week. You get in free just by hey, you might as well have your money in a can of beans anyway. If you won't get in free, just give your can of beans away. You know what I mean? It's the best deal ever. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, now, Chipotle. For those who do not know, Chipotle will run through you. Okay? So, Chipotle is officially leaning into protein culture. Yes, they are. They have a brand new high protein menu launching December 23rd. That is someone's special birthday. Happy birthday to you. I ain't going to say happy birthday to you. Boo, 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 boo. Okay? But December 23rd, this is going to launch in the U.S. and Canada. It's going to be a high protein menu. It's going to include bowls and burritos pushing up to 80 to 90 grams of protein. Plus, Chipotle's first ever standalone snack, a high protein cup with 4 ounces of steak or chicken. I'm not gonna lie, that looks good. Just to come in for that, I might actually switch up on Chipotle. I might just come in just for that. Okay. The menu is aimed at people who already customized their orders to max out protein. They just now made it a little easier. Starting in January, Chipotle is also going to be adding creator and athlete built meals. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about that, but that's typical food marketing shit. So I don't know if I care about that. Let's move on to the next one. That high protein chicken though look good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Chipotle. Okay, this next one, Milky Way, is giving caramel, however you pronounce it. Okay, I pronounce it caramel. They giving caramel fans exactly what they want, and yes, we've been asking for this a long time. A Milky Way all caramel bar. Hey, it's going to be launching nationwide January 2026, and it's the same caramel that people love inside the Milky Way, but it's going to have 0 nougat because we're sick of the nougat, and they're finally giving us all caramel. But why haven't they done this years ago? Oh, I'm asking that. Why? Are they going to cheap out on the caramel? There's something fishy about this. I don't know. It was something that people were asking about a long time ago. Now, it will come in both standard and shareable sizes. So, yes, you will have to have a little self-control if you're a caramel guy. All right? But you see a lot of candy companies rarely do this with their hits. Like, you don't see Snickers doing all caramel, right? Like, you don't see that. So, this is pretty huge for Milky Way. Now, I agree. I'm with Blizzard Fox on this one. We need an all nougat one. I kind of agree. We need an all nougat. We kind of need an all nougat one. You know what I mean? We got to go both ways. I'm saying pause, but you got to go both ways. Milky Way, all caramel, 2026 of January. Expect to see that in stores. Everybody let me know how you feel about that. All right? Got my inner fat boy on with that one. Next. So, Taco Bell finally brings back the quesarito. Now, I don't know. Y'all probably are quesarito people. It looks delicious. I've never had it, but let's find out. Okay? Fans, from what I'm understanding, petitioned. They put a lot of memes. There were a lot of complaints actually sent to Taco Bell headquarters about this. They wanted the quesarito back. So, Taco Bell is officially bringing the quesarito back nationwide, and it is now already out there. I heard this came out December 18th. The item became internet famous back in 2014 when a quesarito commercial aired with Jokic. Everybody know Jokic from the Denver Nuggets, all right? He had an NBA draft moment, and it never really left the culture, so now everybody wants the quesarito. Now, the quesarito, you can grab one for $1 through the app for a limited time drop. I got to give it up for Taco Bell on that. I don't like the through the app stuff, but I got to be honest. Just go get the app and get $1, okay? It's the new coupon. Just look at it like that. We used to cut coupons. This is the new coupon. So go ahead and cut it. You get it for $1, man, a quesarito. That's a beautiful deal. Now, this return menu is a decision that Taco Bell has come forward and actually admitted that they messed up. And I got to give them props for that. To come out and say you messed up about something, that's a big deal. So shout out Taco Bell.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I can dig it. I can dig it, Booker T. Let's move on to the next. Now, this goes to TGI Fridays, and I don't know how I feel about this. I'm actually kind of upset, but I have to cover. Okay? TGI Fridays is tapping into brain rot culture, guys, with a 6-7 kids club menu. Yes, it's going to be a promotion running through the rest of the month. Kids get a free dessert with a purchase of a kids meal between 6 and 7 p.m. I'm not making this up. The 6-7 meme has taken its whole. Oh my goodness. It's taken everything by storm. 6-7 Kids Club is what it's going to be called. You can get it at TGI Fridays right now between 6 and 7 p.m. Directly tied to the viral 6-7 meme. And they're not alone. It's many other people. Wendy's has done it. Pizza Hut, Domino's, In-N-Out. There's a lot of other people who have tied on to this 6-7 meme. Now you have TGI Fridays. It's probably going to be a lot of people lining up, a lot of kids waiting. Ooh, mommy, dad, I can't wait to get my 6-7 fucking combo. You know what I mean? What if I come in and I say, hey, man, I just came in from town. You know, my watch is set for between 6-7. Hey, do I get it? You know, that's kind of crazy. Now, Blizzard Fox, search up the 8-9 response by the Grinch. Oh, man, thank you. I'm glad somebody has made something to combat that. Okay. And that, my friends, is dude. I got the munchies, dude. I got it, dude. Hold up. Let's see if I get this right. I hope I don't mess this up. I'm over here sipping on my Scottie Pippen. Okay, for those who don't know, I got to take one more sip. I love Heineken, okay? I got the whole beer there. I had one earlier. That's my bad. I shouldn't have had one earlier. I should have came on fresh. But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Bye out. Okay. So, like I said, end of the year, we're talking about a lot of shit that has to do with us, the podcast, a lot of stuff I haven't talked about. And, you know, the reason I named this one, we've seen this movie before, is because there was something that I learned a long time ago that continues, and it's the same thing over and over. And it's the cat and mouse game. For those who do not know, when I mentioned I had my video taken down by Nintendo a long time ago, MGR, the man here, was the one who told me take my video down. I didn't listen to him. I was hard-headed. I'm going to be honest, MGR. I was getting good views. I was happy. At the time, I was thirsting for views. I cared about the views. Then, when I started learning it was more about the effect you have, changed. Didn't care about the views. I care about who I had in front of me. And we've seen that direction change. But, guys, Nintendo has continuously cracked down after individual. We've seen the latest case. I forgot the guy's name. 75K, right? He can't even play emulators ever again. There was another guy. Shout out my man. I don't want to say his real name, but I'm going to just say Uber Chips. All right, my man got sued $2.5 million. We talked about Gary Bowser sued. He owes how much? $4.5 million or something to Nintendo. Like, you got all these different individuals who owe a lot of money to Nintendo. Nintendo continuously cracked down, and that's why I said we've seen this movie before. We've seen the Unlock Switch movie before. We've seen that, right? We've seen promises of items. Who remembers, what was that USB thing for the PlayStation 3? Y'all remember that? It was the PS3 jailbreak or something. What was it? The blue dongle or something? Y'all remember that for PlayStation 3? You used to plug it in your PlayStation. They talk about, oh, you get your system modded. Don't even matter what version it is. Just plug that in. Don't work like that. Right? A lot of people thought, hey, okay. Now, later on, mods, progress. Who knows? Now there might be some USB mod. I ain't into it now. But at the time, no, you needed an E3 flasher. You want to know how I know? Because I was hustling at the time, and I had the E3 flasher because I wanted to be able to cover every single console. But I want to tell everybody out there right now, this is something I learned, and I want to educate everybody out there. When there's times that you can cash out, cash out. You don't need to be trying to get views all to do illegal shit. When I look back at some of the stuff I've done, I have to really think about the legality of it, right? I was putting up videos with SXOS, showing people how to run SXOS. I didn't think about the legality of it. Now, those videos were taken down. But I was being flagged on and off for some of them. And that's the reason I made that decision. For people who don't know that decision, which we built a channel, thank God. But at that moment, I lost over 1 million views, 75% viewership of my channel when I decided to take down every single modding video I had in regards to SXOS and Team Executor. A lot of people would think like I'm not doing that. But I always thought about what Jay-Z said. It's better to have 5% of something than 100% of nothing. He phrased it a little differently, right? It still goes. So I took away all that. I'd rather have what I started. I'd rather start and be able to build again. I see a lot of people right now who are out there who do the same thing. There's a lot of friends who I have seen, right? Discord groups banging out. You know, I ain't gonna say what. All right, pause too for y'all getting it confused. But making money, hustling. I don't blame you. But I gotta send a big shout out to everybody who is not blowing up the spot. Because we got a lot of individuals who have blown up the spot. So much so that now we can't even talk about Nintendo about anything. So I want to say there are a few individuals right now, and quote me, that I think in 2026 will get hit by Nintendo. I ain't gonna say who. I'm not the person to say the individual. Notice I said individual. I do think it's going to be more than one, but there's an individual specifically I'm thinking about. And there's going to be more on this. And it's going to be the same story. So, I'm going to say to this individual now, put the shit down while you ahead. Because if you don't, your ass will be next. And that's coming from a dear friend. Right? I care. I don't want you to lose your channel. All right? And if you think I'm talking to you, maybe I am. If not, I'm not. But don't lose your channel over bullshit. I almost did. Now we're doing a podcast. We're doing it the right way. I'm going to be honest with you. I never thought... Do you know some of the shit I hated the most when I started this? You really want to know? And my wife could testify to this. I told my wife I hate vlogging. I think vlogging is stupid. I hate looking at those people. I hate bloggers. Who does that? People just live stream and game. That's no talent. I do every single one now with a smile. And I know there's some people out there who think the same of me. So I'm just going to say this. If you out there listening right now, stop with the bullshit. Get it together, man. Get it together. All right? Now, Blizzard Fox, this just in, Nick's gets slapped with a future lawsuit from Nintendo. Now, if Nintendo comes sue me, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going straight to the dog. I'm hollering at Max. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Max. Hey, Nintendo got me, man. Can you get your finest lawyer? You know what I'm saying? Hook your boy up. You know what I mean? Let's get the case. Let's figure this out. And Max off the GP. This is my feeling. Max gonna be like, you know what, Nick? Here, take this number, man. Holla at my guy. My guy gonna get you right. And it's on me. Don't even worry about it. That's what it's on me. And then after I hit up Max, you know who I'm gonna hit up next? Who your boy that be on YouTube covering all the cases, man? What's his name? He be out there, man. Dang, I forgot his name, man. He's one of the big people. Lewis Rossman. There we go. I'll be on Lewis. Hey, Lewis, man. Nintendo coming at me on some bullshit, Lewis. Let's get to it. Right? Do what you got to do, man. We're not going to let Nintendo just stump all over us over some bullshit when I know I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to tell you how right I am. I had text messages, videos, letters, images, all types of shit that went through the goddamn Seattle Federal Prison. And they ain't had no problem with it. Seattle Federal Prison said, oh, everything's good from Nick. They loved everything from Nick. They thought everything from Nick was clean. So if Nintendo got a problem, I'm a damn near, oh man, we got a case. We got a case. Hey. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna play with Nintendo like that. Nintendo, shout out y'all. Dap me out. I love y'all shit. Matter of fact, I love everything y'all do, man. I love Wario. It ain't even just Mario. I love Waluigi. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. I don't play with Nintendo, bro. They got that. They win. Let's go ahead and move on. I just gotta say that to my dog. Y'all know what time it is. The clips go viral year after year after year. People still commenting on clips from 2 years ago and they still going. It is Choose Your Fate. The segment where we give you two choices. You only get two choices. You got to pick one or the other. It's going to show what type of gamer you really are. What type of gamer are you really? Is what I'm asking. Because some of you are different types of gamers, but we can dig into it on Choose Your Fate. Now, as always, I just go ahead and put this in. Anybody comes in, they can. But I'm getting through it. Because I'm a smoke. I'm going to tell you, my producer and director who make these, I thank you. Big shout out to you. Kudos to you. So I don't even know what's coming. I just go in and I bang. All right. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get my man Blizzard Fox. I'll see you on the side. Blizzard Fox, what's going on with you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Okay. Can everybody hear Blizzard Fox okay? They should be able to hear you loud and clear.
Perfect.
Okay. So, Blizzard Fox, man, first of all, let me ask, how are you doing, man? It's been a while. How you been?
Been doing pretty well. Been collecting some more N64 with the new recent console.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you know, that's N64 has been going crazy. That's been the new talk in the retro gaming community. All right. Everybody. And I haven't even touched it. I'm not going to lie. N64 emulation it was some of the hardest emulation.
Uh-huh.
So everybody's been waiting patiently. All right. I mean, how many different consoles we get terrible. That's why we still love the Wii. You know what I mean? Wii was one of those that did it. It just did it all, man. You was like, wow, it plays Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I mean, N64, it played everything. I loved it.
We offer NSO Wii titles one.
Yeah, look at that. Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, man. Just so everybody, this is a classic, man. Who remembers? Oh, man, it looks great, too. That plays great.
This is their new, or this is the Analog 3D. I've been enjoying this so far.
Damn, that is smooth. Hey, that is real. That is legit. That looks like I don't notice a difference. Damn, man.
This is with overclocking too, so this game really benefited from it.
Yeah, it needed. You're right. It definitely needed it. It was, oh my goodness. I can think of how many games will benefit from the over. Oh, dang. Stop. You're going to make me want to give. I was already just talking a moment ago about getting a PS5, man, because, I sold my last one, but the modding community, hey, we in now, man. We in PlayStation 5. I might have to talk to him, but I'm not going to lie. This thing looks beautiful, man. Holy shit. And damn, that moves smooth. No stutter. No nothing, man. So your experience of it, is it flat out the best, like, retro console when it comes to N64? Because there's been others out there from what I'm understanding. Right now, there's been, like, the competition right now is getting hot.
As of right now, I honestly wouldn't really compare it to anything else besides the Mr. FPGA project, which that one is more so open source, albeit that one covers a lot of other retro consoles as well.
Damn,
and then
man.
There is one more that's going to be covered by Mod Retro, the same people who make the Chromatic, called the N64. So when that comes out, I'm definitely going to be comparing these two.
Damn.
But just this to a modded HDMI N64, I honestly can't really tell the difference besides just gameplay, really.
Ah, okay. All right. So you might have, so is there a little bit of input delay or?
Depends if you decide to use the 8-bit Do controller that they always collaborate with them, which I'm currently using right now, and personally, I can't really feel the difference.
Okay.
But
nice.
If you really wanted to, you could also go old school and plug in one.
Yeah, true. That's how I am. You know what I mean? But them 8-bit dudes, man, you know how those are. Those are popular.
I'm sorry, but I needed the more ergonomic one.
Yeah, you know those. I used to talk shit about them. I'm like, man, I could just get a regular. But ever since I had the Super Nintendo one and I felt it, I said, yo, this feel like legit Super Nintendo. My bad. I ain't never hate on them ever since. You know what I mean? To each his own. And it worked with all my mobile devices. Work on my iPhone, my Android, my bad to 8-bit do, folks. So without further, DJC Money, the link is there. We put the link. If anybody wants, if you're on Facebook, DJC Money, you can hit them with the link. You know what I mean? Hit DJC Money with the link. All right, but it's in the chat, DJC Money. I sent it to you too. I went to Facebook and put it in the Facebook link. I'm almost about to pull you up, DJC Money. You know what? I'm going to do you justice, DJC Money. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up, man. All right. So let's go ahead and we got to move on. I know we got the show. I don't want to mess up the algorithm. Okay, DJC Money, I got you. I got you. Okay? I got Facebook pulled up on the side so I can give you the link. Okay? So now that's going to show the last food. Oh, my goodness. I ain't going to lie. TGI Fridays with a 6-7. Oh, my goodness. Hold up. What? I wasn't even ready for that. I wasn't ready. Hold on. Would you rather have it where you must play the tutorial every time you play? Or would you rather play with no tutorials ever? Blizzard Fox, we'll do it where I go first, and then you can go first, and we'll do vice versa. This is super easy. Like, I don't even know. Director, you should have do to the next one. Play with no tutorials ever, bro. I come from the... Do they know what era I come from? You know what I mean? I come from the era where we cut the game on. Doon, the title screen just rolled down. We didn't get the fancy intro with the whole... Nah, it was just... You hit the start, you went into the game. They had instruction manuals, but believe you me, it's faster to put in the game than it is to read the instruction manual. You know what I'm saying? The instruction manual was good, like poop work. Right, you on the toilet, you put the instruction manual out. Ooh, that's how you do it. Or fighting games, you needed it for the special moves. But if I'm playing Mega Man, the only thing I need to know, unless they telling me what the weakness is, I'm not reading that manual. So I'm going with play with no tutorials ever. Final answer. Blizzard Fox, on you.
This one's a real hard one for me, given that I've grown up somewhere in between the middle, where some games had them, some games didn't. But just for this, I'm saying no tutorials, man.
Okay, no tutorials. So, you're telling me...
Only exception...
Okay, let's go.
Only exception being the 4J Studios Minecraft tutorial world, man. I'm sorry.
Now, do you think without tutorials that you would have problems beating games, or do you think it really would have stopped you from doing the things that you do in games now with the tutorial? Like if you took tutorials out of every game you ever played, do you think you'd still be the same?
Personally, I think I'd still be the same even with tutorials, really. It's a lot of the gameplay really blends in together if you've been playing for so long.
True. They do. Super Mario Brothers level 1-1, the original. He's right. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, Petrix. I'm gonna have to clap it up for you, man. That is the original tutorial. For those who do not know, I'm gonna tell you something that was very funny. Went to an Airbnb. All right, I ain't trying to brag. But nonetheless, they had a room in there where they had one of those big arcade game machines hooked up to the TV.
Okay.
Nah, man, what? Okay, so we like kids. I get up in there with the little kids. I'm like, man, let me show y'all something. I cut on Mario 1-1, right?
Heck
we
yeah.
get there. They over there. Right? They over there dying. I come in there, jump, pipe. Ding, ding, ding. They like, whoa. When I went down the pipe, bro, the way they jumped back, I was like, yo. For us, that is like ABACABB. That is like up, down, left. Like for us, that is so
Shout out
normal.
to the Konami code.
Yes, like for other people, for them, I went down that pipe, bro. They said, and then I started collecting coins. Now they all start jumping down the pipe. So it's just, man, shout out to 1-1. You know what I mean? I just gotta say, that was a real life moment. But hey, those things are wonderful too. I might have to buy one of those. I didn't know they were like real arcades. It just sat on top of something and they had the control. I'm getting into the retro gaming more, man. All right, I'm telling you,
Definitely got to get yourself a gaming room, man.
Yeah,
your arcade rigs if you can.
Everybody's telling me, and every time I touch somebody arcade setup, it's like, damn, bro, I feel it. You get you feel it inside of you, like this is
If
you.
you still got your CRT, definitely set that up with all your retro consoles, man.
Oh man, see, okay. I am gonna do retro, and you know what? I thought about investing in this Corticade, like I talked about before, and I also want to do a mini PC setup. I got a lot of things already.
if you just want to play the games, definitely look into the Mr. FPGA. Given that
I'm gonna look
that's
into Mr. FPGA because then I can build my own, arcade machine,
pretty
right?
much, you can even put one into an arcade machine for just to make it even feel more authentic.
True. Okay. Now the next one came up. Now I'll go ahead and say the
Let's
question,
see.
then we'll give it to you, Blizzard Fox. Would you rather play the game being told what to do constantly the entire time, or play the game alone, but you're gonna be terrible for a long time? Blizzard Fox, on you.
This is an easy one. I'd rather be terrible for a long time, man. I just want to play my games the way that I want to play them. If I suck at it, too bad.
Now, have you ever had a situation where you were playing or either multiplayer or local with someone and they always were telling you what to do?
Probably during like some game nights where I swear it's usually either Minecraft where someone has to do it the old way, or Minecraft, some first-person shooter games. What's another one that people annoy me?
Yeah, first person shooter games is one, bro. They be like, damn, bro, you just camping, bro. You can't sit there. And you be like, bro, how you gonna tell me what to do? Like, I've been doing my same game the whole time.
Especially
but
the
you-
Xbox Live days, man.
Oh my goodness. Xbox, yo, I'm not gonna lie, the Xbox Live days, man, they brought some good and bad memories, man. I got some bad ones too. Now, for me, speaking of that, man, I had one night, man, I'm not gonna lie, we played for like 14 hours straight and lost every match in Halo Wars, bro. I never played a game for 14 hours straight and lost. Now, Halo Wars match probably take an hour each anyway, but still, no lie, 14 all night, bro. Lost every match. I said I'm never playing Halo Wars again. I haven't until that day. So now for me, would you rather? Not gonna lie, I'm with you. I'd rather play alone and be terrible too, bro. I can't stand when people tell me what to do. I do the opposite. So it's gonna be worse. Don't like you be like, hey man, you gotta collect health. Okay, I'm not collecting health now. I'm just gonna stay away from all the enemies. I'm not gonna lose health.
I can understand the whole thing of just like giving constructive criticisms or just showing a person how to do something that they can't get past through at one point. But consistently having someone sit right next to you, they might as well just play the game for you.
Thank you, man. Hey, do this combo. You can't. No, don't do that one. Do this one. No,
I'll keep
don't.
spamming the low kick if I want to.
Thank you. And lose on purpose, like here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even worth it. Like, all right, bro, here, do the combo. And then when you get whooped, I am so happy. I am thanking the Lord. Like, oh, the combo. What happened? What happened to the combo, man? So I'm with you, man. It's very easy for this one. Play alone. I'll be terrible for a long time. I'm cool with that. I got a lot of time alone. So it evens out. That's the way I look at it. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, okay. All right, director. Producer, you on to something. Okay, you mixed it up a little bit.
Okay.
Now, would you rather play a game with terrible voice acting or terrible sound effects? I'm not gonna lie, this is a little tougher than people might think. Voice acting could ruin an experience, bro. Like if you're immersed in a game and then someone, gets murked, bow, and then they fall down, the guy goes, no, I'm going to avenge you. You like, oh man, hey, it don't matter how good the game was up until that point. You just tanked everything.
NPC quote here.
Yes. You just tanked everything, man. With one voice acting. Terrible sound effects, though, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say this. For me, it's going to be terrible voice acting. And the reason being is because when I grew up, I was used to a lot of different sound effects. And sound effects don't really bother me. It's very weird. I play games with weird sound effects, and I get used to them. I use a lot of audio cues. I'm a weird dude. I love music. I'll make a rap, right? I can freestyle. I don't know. Sound effects, even terrible sound effects, sometimes I can make good. You know what I mean? Except as long as they ain't this, stuff busting your eardrum. If they outside of that, they just, you shoot a gun and it doesn't make a gun sound. It makes a pew, I can deal with the pew. I time it in, Terrible voice acting. I can't do anything with that, man. I can't do, even though I'm not gonna lie, I play it. I still play the game. I still love it. I feel like both games are playable. I'm gonna be honest. I can play through both scenarios, but the worst one for me, terrible voice acting. Blizzard Fox, on you.
Honestly, a real tough choice, especially when voice acting is becoming so much more heavy with so many, I would say, story-driven type titles, especially like the PlayStation ones. If it's going to be story-driven, I cannot deal with terrible voice acting. I can handle the terrible sound effects, man. In fact, I would rather just play a game with all terrible sound effects at that point. Just throw it through every single remixer, just as long as it's not blasting my only good ear left, man.
You ain't lying, bro. I thought I was alone. Like, man, and then man, Petrix, you can disguise bad sound effects.
Only exception that I will accept for terrible voice acting if it's a parody game.
True. Parody games,
or if it's just or if it's just that one random NPC that is meant to be terrible.
Yeah, you get the
You're
one
supposed
dude
to either
meant be
hate him or for
annoying.
some reason that one community just loves it for no reason.
Yes, you got him. Oh, we want him back. I think that's like Borderlands. What's the little thing which I like? Claptrap. I think it's Claptrap. Well, I love Claptrap, right? But it's someone who's annoying, runs
I'm trying to
around.
remember who that one random person who was supposed to be voice acting as a dog. They just did a normal human wolf. That got me laughing so hard.
But I'm with you, man. I agree. I think terrible voice acting. You right, man. Just
That gotta go.
ruins. You gotta
Terrible
go,
voice
man.
acting gotta go.
Yeah, we agree. All right, man. So let's go ahead. See the next one. Whoa. Hold up. Oh, okay. Okay. So Blizzard Fox, I'm gonna say the question. It's gonna be on you first. Would you rather be the worst player on a winning team or the best player on the losing team? Blizzard Fox, on you.
The better question is, which one would you have more fun with?
Okay.
Personally, I would rather be the worst player on the winning team. Because if it says that the team is already winning with my terrible ass, that must mean something that I'm doing something right, maybe.
Hey, I gotta agree with you. Even if you're the last place person on the team, you cannot be on the team. Right? You're on the team. So it gotta be something you're doing right. So I'm with you on that. All right? Hey, I'm kind of with you, man.
At least if I'm the one being dragged by the entire team, at least I wouldn't be the only one dragging an entire team.
I agree. Yeah, they
I
win.
don't know. It just feels
So
like
you
that I
know
would have
they-
more fun
yeah.
I would have more fun even if I was the worst player on that team. Instead of having to just be the only one having to pull all the clutches, it would just get tiring at some point, man.
Okay. Sage, what's going on? Dap me up. Good to see you. I see you out there doing your content still, too, dog. Wifey told me she tapped. Hey, we be around. Now, for me, this gonna sound so ghetto and ignorant. I feel like I'm really tapping into my Negro side right now. I'd rather be the best player on a losing team, man. I don't know. I got multiple reasons. Like, part of me feel bad for this. I'm gonna tell you why, Blizzard Fox. Part of me feel bad because movie White Man Can't Jump. I never forget. Love that movie, by the way. Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson. It was a scene in the car where they won some money. They were driving home and they got to arguing. They made a bet. And he was saying that black people want to look good first, win second. White people want to win first, look good second, right? So it was always funny to me because Wesley Snipes was very flashy. He wasn't. And I don't want to fall in that. So I feel bad for choosing it for that reason. But I'm going to be honest. I play basketball. And one thing I can tell you is I don't remember many times where I was the worst player on my team. And when you get to be the best player, even on a losing team, you got the opportunity to build your team to a winning team. You got that opportunity to be a leader. So that's the one thing I champion. Now, I'm gonna tell you the worst part. And this is a true story. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I've actually lost by 100 points in a basketball game before. Okay, this is a true story.
Dang, you're getting some more Nick Lord today.
Yo, man, it was the worst loss in my life. I'm glad there were no cameras to film it. It happened in a tournament. We had 6 players total, so there was really no subbing. The shortest guy on their team was probably 6'2". I maybe scored 7 points. It was terrible. It was that feeling of just being terrible, man. And like, I hate that feeling. But one thing I will agree with you on is winning seems to erase a lot of that. It just does. Right? When people try to say something to you, guess what you can say? There's people who's the 12th man on the bench. You can go, man, you ain't got one of these. And it shuts you up. You can be the best player for years. But the guy who was the 12th man on the bench looks at you and does this. It hurts. So you're right. It's a tough one, but I'm going to go best player on losing team. Finally. Now.
Again, the reason why I chose just being the worst player on the winning team is that I feel like that I just really don't want to have any resentment towards anyone.
You're right, too. That is something that I will admit. When you have players, like you do all this defense and everything on one play, and then the man that's open is another guy that you helped out for. Or it's your man and he should have helped out, but you helped out another guy. You just, it is such a letdown on that person. You know what I mean? And you do have some resentment, like, this guy's not as good as me. Right? He's not. And that is a tough thing to have, because then it makes you feel a certain way about people. And I actually take a lot of emotion on the court and I build up. So whatever anybody does wrong on that court at that time, you will never get blamed for. I would never bring up. You're going to always be the best player on the court at that moment. After the game, we can talk. You know what I'm saying? We can, hey, man, that was some bullshit. But during the game, man, hey, man, it's all good, baby. You got them next time, baby. You know what I'm saying? Now, Petrix, if you're the worst player on the best basketball team, you're probably still one of the best 50 basketball players in your state.
That's a good point right there.
That's a great point. Very great point. So now you're looked at as one of the top. You might go down in the Hall of Fame. You have some other things to chance for. That's a good point, Petrix. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. But I still feel some Negroism coming from that last one, though. Like, just looking good, right? Like, that's why I said that White Man Can't Jump movie was so, because he was like, look good. And I thought about it sometimes. Like, man, there's times I come down the court and I could, I used to do the fake Jason Williams behind the back pass. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, really, you could just go like this, bro. You could pass it to him.
I need to
Why
rewatch
am I
that
doing
movie,
that?
man. That was a good movie.
It was a great movie, man. Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. It is so underrated. A lot of 90s movies still hold today. A lot of people don't know, man. Them 90s movies was hold. They ain't deal with all the special effects like the movies in the 2000s and start coming on. 90s movies was straight, man. We got our cast. This is our plot. Bow. Now, next one. Would you rather only get invited to games when needed, or always get invited to games but never appreciate it? Now, I don't even know who it's on. I'll just go ahead and go first.
I think
I don't even. Yeah, I don't know. It went down.
You go ahead.
All
It's your
right,
channel.
Yeah, no. If it's on, you know what? It's on you, Blizzard Fox. So we're gonna go you. Which one you choose? Give me time to think.
Oh man, I was gonna say that I need time to think.
All right,
No,
go
I-
ahead. I think
all
I
right.
got it. I think I got it. Now, it's tough for me because I'm the type of person that like to be appreciated, but at the same time, I ain't gonna lie, I feel a little weight when I don't get an invite sometimes. Sometimes. I ain't gonna say all the time, but sometimes. But I'd rather only get invites when needed. And the reason being is there's a lot of times I get invites to things and I don't show up. And I want to apologize to everybody out there for any event that I don't show up to. All right. But I get
man, where were you last Sunday?
I know, right? It's so many things I get invited to that I don't show up, man. My nickname in the in the community, my little circle is the unicorn, because I rarely show up. You know what I mean? It's like poop, and when I pop up, it's a movie. You know what I mean? It's the Oscars, it's the Grammys, it's the, you know what I mean? It's every, hey, when I come through, that's how it, so I'd rather only get that invite when really needed. Like, Nick, I need the Oscars tonight, Nick. I need the Grammys tonight, Nick. I don't care if you never come to any Pajammy Jam ever, Nick. I need you. That one I'm coming through. I'm coming through solid on that one. But all them other ones like, hey, man, we got a little get together, man. Oh, yeah, man, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to be through, man. I ain't sure. But, the times I do, it's the Pajammy Jammy Jam. So, Blizzard Fox, which one you got?
This one's a real tough one for me. One feels like that you're
being used.
You're being used. The other one, you're just there.
Literally.
But if I had to pick my poison, I would say probably get invited when I'm needed. Because at least that one, I would at least feel less hurt, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
Yo, that's a good way of putting it, though. Because either way, you getting hurt. Because then when you, hey, look, it's all these other events. You seeing them on Facebook, people in them, they having jokes, they doing clips, they doing everything. You ain't get nothing. But then all of a sudden, man, hey, it's the championship, Nick. We got to win. Hey, Nick, we need you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, man, I don't get to enjoy all the good fruits and labor of everything. But y'all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the good thing about it. Like you said, it's a little less. The other one is like, when showed up.
At least if you're still getting invited to something when you know that you're just going either one, if you feel that way, you feeling that you're getting used, it's at least something that you can hold on to still feel good afterward, man.
I agree. You know what? It gives you some dignity.
Not even dignity. Satisfaction, really, to me.
Hey, you ain't lying, man. Let's say, yo, it get worse than that. Not even that shit. We might get worse. Like, you is just, you being used, and the only thing you got to hang on is like, if they was like, because they could tell you like, bro, we only call you when we fucking use you. Like, they could tell you that, but then your only retort back could be, yeah, you need me.
Literally.
That's your only retort back. But you need me. You know what I'm saying? The other one is like, hey, bro, we can't, hey, it's a party, man. Call up, so-and-so. I need to fill up the crowd. Call what's his name. And you in the back like, yeah.
Just an afterthought, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I hate it when people invite me just only because it's like a way afterthought type thing, man.
Oh, yeah, the afterthought invite, which means they invited everybody, then you find out through one of their friends, and you like, damn, I wish I would have known. I know them. Why didn't they just ask me? Next thing you know, word get around, you get the pity invite, right?
I'm gonna say that's also probably another thing is that the always getting invited but never appreciated. It just feels like that it's either out of pity or just because they just don't have anyone else to go with, man.
Yo, they message you out the blue night like, hey, bro, just so you know, I'm having a game night. You like, I already knew. That shit been around all the time. I ain't stupid. I know somebody told you. Give me the damn pity invite. All right, I'll come through. Come through there anyway, man. Damn, I got the pity invite. But it happens. So now, let's see if there's any other ones. And bam, did we pass any? Nope. Terrible voice acting. Nope. We got them all. Boom. And that is Choose Your Prey. Bow. Woo, got it done. Now, Blizzard Fox, since I got you here, man, just a lot of stuff I went over before with Facebook and all the other Switch, modding stuff in the scene. I don't know how big of an issue that is or if it's even happening. Do you still have people? I've seen a couple stories, but I don't be digging in as much as I used to. I remember this was like every day. There was a horror story. I had MGR say he gets all types of things, but is that still going on?
I feel like that it's probably one of those things where it's like we hear a lot about it because it's still brand spanking new in terms of modding scene.
Yeah. Damn, man. I remember covering it a long time ago, and I thought about still doing it, but it did have me lose some friends. But what do you think?
personally, I'd say that if anybody covers something, I would still like to hear like what's going on within the community itself.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, man. Because that's exactly what I was thinking. Even when doing the episode, I'm thinking, I always like to try to do something deeper within the community that ain't typically done by
Mhm.
anybody. Like, we got everybody who covers the latest mods or,
Right.
an update came out. Ooh,
Not even just have to even focus on the bad stuff. I just want to hear what's going on within the community. Good,
e-
bad, everything in between.
exactly. You know what I mean? And for instance, I mentioned Unlock Switch a moment ago. A lot of people can't stand Unlock Switch. A lot of people don't know I spoke to Unlock Switch on the phone. Like a lot of people don't even know that.
No
And
comment.
look, but yo, the fact that I had that combo, and I'm gonna tell you what was up. What's very weird for me, I don't ever try to have these combos. That's what's weird. Like
Mhm.
I literally be just having my damn business, bro. I be doing whatever. That call, just so you know, with Unlock Switch, I was on vacation. I was just, bro, I was doing whatever. Shit just started happening. I'm telling, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he said, "Can I call you and let you know I'm real?" I'm like, oh, okay, shit. All right, if you want to. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, whoa, 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 man. He got to talking about everything we was talking about. I said, oh shit. Okay. All right, got a little accent. Kind of fooled me. But do I believe the unlock switch is gonna be released? I don't know. I'm telling everybody. Yeah, right now I would say if I had to put my money on it, no, I wouldn't put a dime. No, obviously.
To me, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where even putting something into Mig Switch was a gamble, really, man.
Yo, preach. Mig Switch was a huge gamble, and I'm not gonna lie. This is what
I
I
still
ain't gonna
swear,
say.
I think I'm the only one out of what or modded hardware that even got his bash.
Yo, and everybody know, man. I ain't gonna say my boy name, man, but that Mig Switch rollout had a very familiar rollout, man. I'm gonna say it. That's why I think it was successful. That rollout was very similar to another product, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And that product was a successful product as well until it got. So I just think they learned from something, and and that individual who might have been
Yeah, but
involved in it might be somebody I
for
talked to
me,
before. Maybe.
for me, when it just comes to at least for Unlock Switch as an example, as of right now, if it's a person that's been showing so much yet hasn't or provided anything so far, I'll believe it when I see it in my hands.
I'm with you on that, man. And
Otherwise, if he is working on something that we don't know of, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I get the frustration of both sides as both a customer and then one as a seller. Where one side where you again we're in a gray area of when it comes to anything console wise, man. Especially when the big companies don't like what we're doing with our own what should be our own products, man.
preach. And last thing they've done that I looked up just to make sure they put their GitHub up, and remember we were going to
Yep.
release things, and again, a month later, here we are again. So I ain't surprised. And notice I didn't hold my breath. Notice I didn't do a whole stream saying, "Hey guys, Unlock Switch about to put,"
Only
that
real thing that I would say that's been interesting, not related specifically to or Unlock Switch, but someone seemed to have actually reversed engineered and figured out what's inside both chips running the big switch. But
mm,
mainly just because of course, of copyright issues, they're not going to release what's in it.
okay,
At
yeah,
least
that was
specifically
smart.
from what I understand of the hardware, the keys specifically needed to make it work with any switches out there.
Damn. So yeah, you getting into legal territory.
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't messing with it with a 10-foot pole. That's how I feel. Now, DJC Money. Now, look, you got the link. I sent it to you. I sent it directly to you. I don't even want to hear no more DJC Money. Okay, actually, it might be my fault. That might have been my fault, DJC Money. I might have actually sent it. No, I sent it to the right person. Yeah, I did. You got it, DJC Money. I don't want to hear nothing. There you go. So, if you don't join in, you don't join in. But we getting ready to take the damn show out. All right. First, Blizzard Fox, man, I want to thank you for being here, man. It was a pleasure having you. Blizzard Fox, I also want to say you've been here through a lot of this, man. Your insights, very much appreciated. You have a lot of insight on things that I don't, man. So every time we have you here, it is appreciated. Thank you.
Again, it's always been appreciated just to join on the channel.
Good.
I've just been enjoying everything that you've been putting out, and honestly, I just hope to continue talking with you, man.
Yeah, glad to hear. Now, before I get DJ C Money in, because we know DJ C Money, he gonna do the outing. He gonna take us out. He's the man of the year. Okay, he's been gone for a minute. He was on vacation, man. He was, he was tricking off his money. I mean, he was actually getting stuff ready for the show. You know what I'm saying? He was getting stuff ready for the show for the coming weeks. That's what he was doing. Okay. But everybody, if I didn't shout you out, I know I try to get to everybody. Ab, I see you. Petrix, Shane, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Shane, shout out to you. Dr. Specimen, shout out to you. Petrix, shout out to you. MGR, Magnus, Marcus, shout out to you. Ender, shout out to you. Who else? I know I'm forgetting somebody else. I shout out.
Definitely got to shout out Gary, man.
Yeah, Gary Bruckenbowser. Got us in a big shout out to Gary Bowser, man. I think I got everybody, man. That look like Joe. Shout out to Joe, man. Joe, I see you tuned in. He was up in the restaurant cooking it up. You know what I mean? I understand that. Had some of Joe cooking. It's good. Shout out to the ladies. Okay. Chelsea, I see you out there. Sage, for those who do not know, Sage got his content too. All right. Sage put out a lot of content. Sage, he does a lot of different content, man. I remember he was on the dark side. He got it together. He did a little clean thing. He do a little gaming. He a little multitask. He got a multiverse going on over there. So tune in to Sage. Go ahead and check Sage out. Yeah. Other than that, y'all, I'm going to bring in the man of the hour, the man of the year, the man who makes it clear, DJ C Money. DJ C Money.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's popping, man?
This is the big.
Yo, you looking like you pimping over there too. I see the shirt. You got me I thought I was gonna be colorful. Like, hey, I'm gonna try something colorful today. You swagged out, man. You know what I mean? I love it. What's that jacket, man? That look like some. Oh, hold up, man.
No. That's the shirt.
Oh, that boy spinning. I see what you're doing with that, man. Okay, I see what you're doing.
I got it for my birthday.
Oh, and that look, it look brand new.
I feel brand new, man.
Oh, DJ C Money, how you doing, man? That boy did a long sigh. What's going on, man? Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, same to you guys too.
Next week we're gonna have Christmas, man. Everybody enjoy your Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you. Blessings. All right?
A lot of blessings and shalom.
What you got planned for the New Year's, DJ C Money? Talk to me. Christmas, New Year's, what you got planned?
Well, for the New Year's, I'm supposed to have my cousin.
Okay.
He's a chef. My cousin is a chef. So every year, and I never tried to cook before.
Oh, so you're going to get some good chef cooking.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. I see you.
Downtown.
Oh, okay. So enjoy your New Year's, man. Don't be getting too crunk. Because you downtown. I know you're going to be in Chicago, man. Watch out.
I don't know, man.
Watch out. You might have to... Yaka! Wow, wow! You know what I'm saying? It get real down there, man, downtown. Hey, It's nice. It's beautiful, though. Great food.
But I don't know, man.
You might have
I might come back with a piece,
DJ C Money, don't hurt him, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, DJ C Money, this is the time, man. This is the time that everybody be waiting on, man. It's you.
You know what? I do have something to say.
There we go. Let's get to it.
I do have
Meat and
something
potatoes,
to
man. Meat and potatoes, talk to me.
Before we get into this already meant my grandma's dog, Moses, right?
You said a dog?
Yeah.
I ain't heard about the dog. You had a dog?
He was white.
I didn't know.
Well, he passed. last
Oh
week.
man, sorry to hear, man. How many years did you have him?
Since we moved into this house.
Dang, so you had that dog since the dog was a puppy?
Yeah.
Dang.
Pretty much.
I ain't gonna lie, man. And we all know from every man out here, dogs real close to the family, man.
We had first, but we decided to go to my grandma.
Alright.
Because I was like therapy to her. You know,
Okay.
she kind of going through the. I know what I'm saying, but you know.
Yeah. No. And yo, the fact that you got, I'm gonna tell you, I try nowadays to look at everything as a blessing, man. Y'all about to say, you got a dog, man. The dog got to be able to spend the entire life with you, got to be able to enjoy you, right?
Yeah.
Be in your life. Cause could be without, could never see you, could never know you, and that you gotta take. It's weird how I look at it, man. The older I get, I start looking at all the negatives as positives in a way. You're happy to be alive. You're happy to be breathing. Sometimes pain is a good thing. Like it's very strange, right? But man, condolences for the dog, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So DJ C Money, this your time, man. You know you got to take us out, man. We ain't had you take us out in a couple shows, man. It's been a little weird. Be honest, man. Usually, I've been throwing the link. Why you ain't getting the link, man? I've been putting the link in the chat. All right, 100 times. What's going on?
I don't know, man.
I had to go to Facebook directly. I sent that thing personally. I said personal message. Bow. I said I know he got this. And when you came in, I said okay.
You know what? When you put it in the chat, only you can see it, not me.
I think, you know what? And I had to check Facebook. I don't be, I be trying to watch all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? I got the other producer right here, right? Trying to watch the platform and saying, but I can't watch all the platforms at once. So I'm going to find out what's going on with the link on Facebook, man. Maybe it's my bad, DJ C Money. Maybe that's my bad. I ain't going to say. But nonetheless, DJ C Money, you got everybody, man. You got people in the chat saying condolences to the dog, man. You got the family with you. Happy holidays from Petrix, Chelsea, DJ C Money. What's going on? So they burning you up in the chat, man. They missed you. So you got to take us out, man. You got to take us out the right way, man.
Guess what the dog name was?
Moses.
Yeah.
I heard you say it earlier. I called it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to act like I just guessed it. I did hear you say it earlier. But Moses, you know what I mean? Hey, Moses is a powerful name. All right? Don't play with it. Don't play.
All right. You know what? Hold on.
All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Y'all get ready. Oh, damn. We about to get flagged, y'all. We about to get flagged. Hey, y'all, it was a good show, man. DJ C Money, everybody, y'all. Holla at y'all. Love out of y'all. They about to flag us. DJ C Money, he pays for the show, so it don't matter if we get flagged. He gonna cover the whole thing. Shout out to DJ C Money, man. You just keep talking and keep rolling. Hopefully, I can keep the algorithm going and the monetization flowing and growing. You know what I mean? It might not be.
Yo, when you dropping a new mixtape, man?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Talk to him. Woo! We out. He about to get in trouble. Look, man. Hey, we out this thing, man. Man wildin', man. Hey, yo.